Hello. 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 I was in the options menu. Excuse me. Hello, it is I, Lance. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is odd for me. This is quite the odd thing. I'm still unsure how this will go. But yes, today, this is me, Lance. Hi, Nocturne. Welcome on in. Wait, Nocturne, you might be beneficial. You might be in benefit here because it is early. It is hella early for me. And I imagine that would also mean hella early for you too. This is 2 hours before I generally go live. But welcome on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Wait, what is the volume set? What are my volume settings at the moment? What did I like adjust everything correctly? Yes, I did. I'm not used to streaming at this time. I used to do it. There was a time in my streaming career. It is only 8 p.m. Well, 8 p.m. I wouldn't want to be streaming. Wouldn't want to be starting stream at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is where I start to figure out what I want to have for dinner, and then after that it's just chill until bed. But yeah. Let me do. We'll treat this as my very first stream. We'll treat this as because like this is literally what I did for my first stream. I went live at like 3 p.m. I'm pretty sure it was straight up like 3 p.m. too, either 3 or 4 p.m. I booted up Genshin and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go do my dailies. And I did indeed do my dailies. And that was the end of stream. But dailies back then, back when I did my first stream, were a lot more complicated. Like I actually had to do these things. There was no such thing as encounter points or anything like that. None of that. None of the shit that I just claimed. Technically speaking, I could just log out right now and that would be good. Who is this strange VTuber? I don't know. It is definitely someone who has never been live or hasn't been live at this time of day in forever. But listen, extraordinary moments require extraordinary actions. But yes. If you haven't seen, if you don't have Twitter or didn't read Discord or whatever, because I think that I only posted it there and other places. I got water actually now. The whole reason as to why I am live at this time of day is because at about 6 p.m. 6 p.m. my time, it is 3 p.m. now, which means that I have like 3 hours to do whatever. At around that time, I scheduled with my thesis partner, my buddy, that we're gonna start working on the corrections, and we need to get those done in 12 working days, meaning that those corrections need to be delivered by like May 13th. And looking at the corrections list from what I've seen, none of them are like drastic. We don't have to like change basically shit about the entire project from what we've gathered. We're gonna have to change some things, but nothing major. You got this. Thank you. Wait, why do I have condensed resin? Not condensed. When did I buy fragile resin? I guess I forgot. I forgot to use it. But yeah, the whole thing is that it's a whole mess. I'm not gonna go into like the details because details are unimportant, and then I feel like a lot of the details are specifically relevant to like my specific university. Because like I don't think it's a secret to anybody that has studied in my university that I know of. The place fucking sucks. Not because like the teachers are bad. Some teachers are bad, but like I feel like that's impossible too. That I don't have space in my inventory. Well, I have been farming artifacts as like for no reason whatsoever. If anything, just to have materials. This is the problem with myself. But the good thing is that I always have shit to use. And hey, Nicole is gonna use one of these. Probably. Do not dox yourself. No. I wouldn't want to. I've done something like that before and it ain't nice. But yeah, no. My university sucks. It is run like shit. Like the actual administration of it is ass. I wouldn't know exactly the reason as to why that is, but it is. It's always been like that. It was like that when I was a student. I think I recently heard a story of somebody who basically had to take an entire class again because they forgot. They didn't. I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at myself in the mirror.
I'm glad you were, Jimmy. Were you looking good at least? Did you comb your hair? Did you make sure that you were looking slick? Hi, Mr. Wolf. Welcome on in. I'm in personal anecdote time. Wait, hold on. I got a fragile resin. I can get one more pack. I can get one more thing. But yeah, no. I think it was that they had to take an entire class because exam scores were not posted, and so it made it seem as if they actually like failed the class, or they uploaded the wrong scores or something, and it made they mistakenly failed her that class. I think it was something like that, and I was like, and when I heard, I was like, yeah, that does sound like something that would happen with the administration of my university. So yeah, I don't necessarily regret going there, but what I have noticed is that it's gotten worse since I studied there. Because like at this point, I haven't been to that university for years. Ever since I started working on my thesis, I stopped taking classes because I took all of the classes that the career needed like a few years ago. And so I've been mostly just chilling, working on my thesis, and with very little help from the faculty as well. So there's that. But the nice thing is that after pestering enough times, I guess, after sending enough emails, enough angry emails and whatnot, we finally got an answer. And it is basically they basically told us that this project is approved, but it has revisions, not even corrections. They didn't even call them corrections. I call them corrections because they kind of are, but realistically they're like small corrections and some additions that we need to make. Like I can tell you this much at least. This is kind of technical, so you might not know what it is, but the project is about clustering, which is a technique for data analysis, which basically groups data points of similar values together. That's the whole thing. And then one thing that they told us we should do is like a measure to how do I say this? A measure to see if the clusters we made are appropriate. And that's like silhouette tests, or not to be confused with the silhouette test in character design. But yes, either silhouette test or like another one that's like Dave's Bolden or something. I don't know. It was something that we researched with me and my partner, but we decided to not use it because we thought that our clusters were strong enough already. And I guess we were wrong. Our system was fine, but I'm reading the textbook the first time. Apparently they write a new one every year and it's filled with grammar mistakes. Oh, that, all things considered, that is a pretty minor thing. Why am I getting... Is this a world quest or something? I'm getting like a vignette in here. What? Or is this what... Oh no, this is just what happens in this area. That, right, I forgot about that. Analyze data in medical trials. Yeah, it's used in a lot of things. We used it specifically. Well, I won't tell you specifically what I used it on. I think I did go as far as to say that I used it in school data before, though, so that's fine. But you can use it in pretty much anything. Anything that has data that could be, you know, grouped up, numbers, fucking visual characteristics of something, coded in some form or in some capacity. You can do clustering. Clustering is an incredibly powerful tool. And then on top of that, you can run through a lot of analysis. You can run them through a lot of analysis. We specifically used PCA, which is principal component analysis, and that's a whole other thing. But that's math. I couldn't even tell you the details of how PCA works. It's a bit of a mess. I do like it though. I do enjoy doing it, even though it's been a while. And I should probably remember how PCA works to some degree. Since you know, I have to defend the thesis. Average median of patient symptoms and treatments. Exactly. We used k-means in ours. but there's like plenty of others. Oh, I already did this. There's plenty of other methods of clustering. K-means just basically like finds a middle point in all of the points of data and uses that to approximate where everyone is. Where all the other ones is. So like it finds a center point for a group of data, and then it maps every other point of data to the closest center point. And then by the end of it, when the center points don't move anymore, because they keep moving every round until they perfectly land in the center. And once that's done, you basically got groups. You basically got clusters. That's the whole thing. But like, there's different ways to do clustering. You could do clustering, like, you can do clustering if you know what the categories of data are. Or you can also do clustering where you don't know what the categories of data are. So basically, you analyze the data to find the clusters yourself. There's other things you can do to clusters if you already know the organization of not the organization, the classification of data. But our goal was the classification. There's a program for class and we're fucking stupid in math. It like the concept of clustering, depending on which method you use, can be very simple to do like simple math with, because a lot of it is simple math. It's just distances. I have a lot of nerds yapping me when they're bored. I can see that. I can see that happening. Us nerds, we tend to have the trait where once we start talking about our like hyperfixations or something, we keep going. Now, clustering isn't exactly my hyperfixation, but it is something that I know a fair amount of, so I can yap about it. But yeah, basically, the cool thing about we got a review of our project essentially, and generally it was glowing with praise. And that's cool. No, I don't want to pull for anybody. And that's cool to me because it basically means that we did a good job overall in the study. Even though technically speaking, there's still some adjustments to be made. And that's what we need to do. Some of them are like very stupid. Like at some point they question us because it's school data, and then we specifically talk about like one type of school and then another type of school, and then they're like, well, you need to be specific on the terminology. And I'm like, it's just schools, man. It's not that confusing. We specified what everything is. It should be obvious what that is. It's nitpicking. Some of the recommendations are nitpicking. Absolutely nitpicking. Yes. Increase the bots appearing on stream. Does just hear about everyone on stream? I have noticed. Because do you see the ones that showed up just now? Because they got banned immediately. They got banned immediately. Seribot has caught most of them, but a few of them have like weirdly enough passed through the cracks somehow. But yeah, it has. I'm gonna keep yapping, but here's the thing. There's a couple of things going on. What is this event? Okay, how? It's been a while, great hero of Teyvat. You've traveled far and wide, met countless prominent figures and big shots of the world, and as we both know, that breadth of expert experience is one that few can hope to match. In fact, I have a business matter that I believe you're uniquely suited to handle. You will be generously compensated. Okay, I'll go to it then. What do you mean it's disturbance caused by theft? Oh, this is the second time this has happened. I'm just going to enable a focus experience mode. Can be interested in anything as long as it's clear that the person is passionate about it. Me too. I will watch random videos about things that I have no interest in just because the person who is talking about it is being very passionate about it. And I feel like I want to, you know, achieve the same for other people. Like I want to I know that my hyperfixation is like gacha games, and like if you get me talking about Genshin lore or something like that, I'm gonna be excited to yap about Genshin lore, but I'm passionate about it. So I feel like even people who don't have an interest in Genshin, or maybe have a cursory interest in Genshin, can be entertained by hearing me yap. Oh, there's a Nefer anecdote down there. Call it autism. It might be. The binge model, some bots appearing out of nowhere. Another friend, he got bot rated and he has an industry to fix it. 100. Ooh, yeah. Well, those have always been around. I think the raids. Those. I'm pretty sure Seribot protects against that. But yeah, it has happened before. Well, it hasn't happened to me, but it has happened just in general. It is something that happens and it is very, very annoying. Because they usually target the little guys like us. Hello, Nefer. Oh my god, I thought that was your ass. I thought she was sitting sideways and she was wearing a black skirt. That's the cat. No, I didn't. Oh god, I swear. I mean, I do like Nefer, so maybe this is. Maybe it is just me being, you know, brain rotted. Well, not brain rotted. What's the goon brain? So what did you need us to do? It wasn't a long trip. I was already here. The nod-krai Trade Expo. That sounds like E3, but less exciting. Isn't E3? Wasn't E3 in... what was it? What was the name of it? It was Electronics Entertainment Expo. So it was an expo. A bunch of bots followed. She said it was good that the numbers went up. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Number go up good, but bot bad. It's view bot. Well, because it is malicious. In the case of like raids and stuff like that, it's malicious when they do it. But I'm pretty sure that my follower count on Twitch or mostly on Twitter. I think my follower count on Twitter is really inflated by bots. But on Twitch, it's generally fine. Everybody that I've seen follow pretty much for the past year or so, I think were real accounts. Whether they chat, whether they're still hanging around in chat or not, I do think most of them are humans. I could be being fairly positive here, but no, what's the word? I could be optimistic, but I too am good in brain. Well, we do play gacha games, so I feel like it's maybe par for the course. I'm gonna skip a lot of the text here, and I'm not gonna pay much attention because this is just event. I don't think this event is gonna be like particularly important. I'm only doing it now because it'll be a while. It'll be a while until I have to end stream, and I don't want to just do exploration. So, and besides, this event ends in like 15 days, so I feel like I do have to get it done at some point, and I feel like I'm gonna be even busier than normal. I don't know. I've gotten too used to not having thesis shit to deal with. It was nice. It was nice to not have thesis things to deal with and then other things going on at the same time. So it was easy to organize myself. Even when I had thesis things to worry about, I was still like streaming. Like I would do one stream, and then the next day I would do thesis work instead of stream. And then in the in between times I would try to maybe do some off stream work as well. But that became no. I mean, that was good for most of my streaming. For most of ever since I became like consistent with streams, that's what I've done. It's just that now I may be overcorrecting. We're too weird to be bots. I mean, I'll take that as a good thing. What was it saying? Right, I was overcorrecting. I might be overcorrecting because I did say that we have 12 business days to. They specifically called them business days or working days, which here it means any of the 5 days of the week, not weekends and not holidays. And this Friday is a holiday, so that already adds 1 extra day to the total count of days. It adds up to like 3 weeks. It adds up to like 3 weeks. Now, I showed my boss. I showed our one of the directors of our thesis, the corrections, and she told me that yeah, you could get this done easily. Well, not easily, but this is not like a big deal. It's mostly small things that you need to adjust. My partner, who is a lot more confident than me, also said the same thing, that it wouldn't be immediately easy to fix. It wouldn't be immediately easy to fix, but we can fix it relatively quickly. Not like in 2 days, but three weeks is more than enough, according to him. And me being the freaking, I don't know what it is. I'm like glass half full 90% of the time, but when it comes to my thesis, I always worry that we're not doing enough. It also happened a lot when we were working on the thesis. I had to rely on my friend to basically calm me down and say, hey, we're doing good. We only need to do this, this, and this, and then we'll be fine. And I know exactly how to do this, this, and this. And then that's fine. It'll work. It'll be fine. So for some reason, he took, it's not even perfectionism, I think. I don't think it's even perfectionism. It's just that it's a weird fear that I put in a lot of work and a lot of effort on this thesis and a lot of my parents' money too, because this is a career and they paid for most of me studying. They don't pay for it anymore, but they paid for it. And I feel like everything that I did up until that point could have been wrong. It was knowing now that it is basically approved. Anxieties when it comes to education, I don't know. I think I've never experienced it other than specifically working on this thesis. So I don't think it's anything like, insidious. I don't know. It's something that just manifested now specifically for this because of the scale of it. I've never had to do like a project that's as big as that thesis, and the stakes for it were never as big because that's literally my degree. Like without that thing, I am not an engineer, but with it, I am an engineer. So it's like, it feels like a lot of my quote unquote future is behind it. And as the days went on and as we've delivered it and as we've gotten like, it's gotten to the point where I am confident in the work, even if we present it and the corrections aren't like perfect. I don't know. I feel like at this point, according to my friend, my partner, apparently it can't fail because they've approved it already. I don't know how it works, but there's like he might be right. He might be right, and it does feed my confidence. It's debatable and completely up to you. That's true. Especially the press for expectation if you're letting them down. That is true. That is true as well. Especially because I don't think I have my life figured out. Well, no one has their life figured out. But like at my age, my siblings already had their lives pretty much. Well, not their lives pretty much figured out, but at least they have their like degrees figured out and they lived in their own places and they got all that going on. And I don't. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Like, I like the idea of being an engineer, but at the same time, I don't know if I like the idea of working as one. And that's something that I've realized in the past, like, couple of years, basically. But I have started to think about some things, because, like, I definitely want to pursue content. And that is, like... wait, what are we doing exactly here? Oh, help Yehoda? Great. Sure. I want to pursue content. Exactly the same as I've been pursuing it now, but like bigger. And me being done with my thesis means that there is absolutely no other thing hanging over my shoulder. And I actually get to say that I have a degree. And even if content doesn't work, I have a degree to fall back on and I can find jobs eventually. But I definitely want to pursue content. Even if it's not like full-time. Even if it's not like full-time, I want to find a way to make like half and half. And I want to make it happen. I don't know. I've seen how much some of my friends who are in the same field as I am, I've seen how much they work. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm cut out for that pace. Like they work so many hours and they're constantly doing things. And I'm like, my brain does not work like that. So I was like, I don't know, maybe I could be a freelancer. And then then I read people online saying the freelancing isn't easy either. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. But the nice thing is that there's no pressure. I thought there was pressure at some point, but I realized that there wasn't actually any pressure. And I'm in a good position and will be able to stay in a decent position for a while. So I have time to figure shit out. both in my professional life, I guess, with my degree and all that, and in content. Because like content ain't stopping, baby. I'm sticking with my guns in here, and I want to make things even better. I want 2026 to be a year that's generally good for me, both content wise and both I don't know, life wise. And being so close to actually getting my degree is the best thing that has happened in that angle for a while. Did I rewrite the script? I don't want our coworker to rush anything, but I'm suddenly feeling like I fucked up. The worst thing ever, even though it's fine. I know it's probably like that. It's a similar feeling. It's definitely a similar feeling. There was like one thing that both me and my partner figured out that we messed up in the report, in the final report that we made, but it wasn't anything that was bad. It's just something that we forgot to add. We had it written somewhere, but I guess when we were like formatting everything, I just forgot to add it. So we knew that was missing. And lo and behold, it was in the corrections and the suggestions. So it's like, I know exactly what we need to do for that. We just need to add the thing that we already had and we forgot to add. So there's that. But besides that, like, I was struggling to find anything that was like incredibly wrong about it. Both of our tutors for the thesis were highly confident about it, especially the one that is like more well versed in the technical aspect of what we were doing. And so both of them being so confident made me confident. And I was like, well, everybody's happy. Everybody that's read it has nothing but good things to say about it. But there was still that little demon in my head that was saying that it could be wrong. But of course, it wasn't perfect. Clearly, it wasn't perfect. But I guess it was good enough that overall, it was well received. So that's like, I think there were like 3 people that evaluated it. We don't know who they are. I have a sneaking suspicion as to who one of them is because I remember their writing style when reading the corrections. It's just one of the teachers in the school, in that school, in that university. But I read those, and it was one approved it just like that, like as is, and then the other 2 had suggestions. So I guess that is enough to have the project be fully approved, but just not ready to be finally delivered yet. So it just has some suggestions that we need to adjust. Also, hi, Dad Claw. Yeah, early stream. It's because I have thesis work in like a few hours. So I've mostly just been yapping and doing some Genshin and whatnot. More streams might be coming this week in this exact same time. I set up things that I want to do. I even downloaded a new game not a new game. It's a game that I've played a long time ago that I want to play again. I did that I was literally, it was funny too, because I was literally like setting up my schedule, or I was about to set up my schedule when I got a message from my buddy saying that, hey, the corrections are in. And I'm like, oh shit. Well, forget making a schedule. Let's see what that has. Let's see what that's up. What's up with that? So yeah, as soon as I read that and that we have 12 business days, I'm like, okay, shit. Well, I have to adjust, which sucks. It sucks that it's so little time. I wish we had more time. I really wish we had more time, because like we were doing nothing, just twiddling our fucking fingers for 6 months, since we delivered the freaking project, and it's only just now that they got back to us and they told us we'll correct everything in like 12 business days and then get back to us. But yeah, don't worry, streams won't stop. At most, I will have to like skip a day or something. I was never going to stream on Thursday. That wasn't going to happen because Thursday is my mom's birthday. So I'm going to be spending the day with her. And also doing some thesis work if I can. So next stream will most likely be on Friday. And quite possibly at the same time as today. Kind of lost on the plot. The plot of my thesis. You just have to know that I've been working on it for like 2 years. 3 almost, actually. And just last year in November, we delivered the final report for it. And then it went through an evaluation period of 6 months, and then just now it got back to us, and we have stuff to fix about it. But the cool thing is that it's approved. It's just generally approved, even if it has suggestions. So it just means that we have to fix those suggestions and hand the project back in before we can actually defend it. But the defense in and of itself is already approved, meaning that we can begin we can even start the process of like getting that sorted out. So that's cool. Happy early birthday to your mother. Thank you. I'll make sure to what's the word for it? Relay it. Yeah, it's on Thursday. It's on Thursday. I don't even know what she's gonna do. Wait, what were we talking about here? I am half paying attention to the story here, and also yapping about my situation. I feel like this is a problem. I'm only unspoken rule: no violence at the expo. But like, there are no rules in nod-krai anyway, right? When I was script writing, I just want to write about my own private Idaho. What is my own private Idaho? Is that like a show? A series? Is that a thing? Like, Idaho's a place in the US. I must sound like an idiot if someone knows what that is. Half paying attention, he's just like me. I usually pay more attention to this, but when it comes to like events like this where the story's like clearly side things, I'm always like half paying attention. Like, if this was very relevant to the main story, I would not be half paying attention. I would be fully locked in, as I often am with my what is it? With my Genshin, with my story streams. Like, whenever you see me do a story stream, I am like not half paying attention. I am fully paying attention, but I may get distracted by chat or something else that I want to maybe figure out that may or may not be prompted by chat. But generally, I am like paying. I would say that I'm like 80 to 90% locked in when it comes to like reading stories, reading stories. Generally, I might be wrong though. I might be wrong. There are things that sometimes I skip for the sake of I want to finish this, and this isn't important for me to finish. So I don't always pass the test of being a Genshin player and not skipping and what's the expectation? What do I want to say? Well, the stereotype is that Genshin players don't read, and I read. I do read. I just don't read everything. Like, if the game throws me a document with 6 pages in the middle of a long quest, it's likely I'm going to skip it, but I will read everything else. 8 to 9% in any game ever. I feel like it's different for anybody else though, because like most people aren't streaming, so streaming by definition splits your attention. Like, I have to now pay attention to what this is, what the story is going, what the game is happening, what is happening in the game. I have to pay attention to that, and I also have to pay attention to what you guys are saying to keep you guys engaged. So it's a bit of a skill that you have to hone, and I'm good at paying attention to. I'm good at paying attention to one thing at a time, which is often reading the story or reading chat. And if I want to yap, then I have to be doing something that doesn't require my full attention or something. Oh no. Poor thing. She doesn't want to work. Don't worry, Yehuda. I absolutely feel it even now. 90s Shakespeare's adaptation. 90s. Wait, what? 90s Shakespeare's Henry the Fourth adaptation? Is that in a Portland and River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves play Street Hustlers? What? All right, well then. But hey, Keanu Reeves is nice. I don't know who River Phoenix is. I know Joaquin Phoenix. Related, probably. Yeah, we're here to specifically help you out. She knew you were struggling a bit. It is weird. I feel like once the thesis is done, it'll feel like such a big backpack off my shoulder that I mentally will be able to like lock myself in to do all the other things that I wanted to do. Wait, what is Yahoda thinking about? What is going on here? Still 3 participants that haven't checked in. I think it was 3. Oh god, no, don't worry. We can figure it out. Going by the key art of this event, it's Navia and Beidou. And then someone else. It's his dead brother. He used to be more popular. Oh, I didn't know he had a dead brother. That's depressing. Oh. Well, it is what it is. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, thank you so much for the sub, Bubble Supreme. Oh my god, Bubble? Of the Amazing Digital Circus? Nah. I was at my nephew's... No, I was at my niece's birthday a few days ago. And another one of the kids there... let's say one of my cousins, I guess you can call them. Like, we were sitting... I think she's like, what? 13, 14? I was just looking at my phone and she told me, I'm gonna go watch the Amazing Digital Circus finale on the movies. And I was like, what? Just like, what? Why'd you say that to me? I mean, you're lucky that I know what that is, but what made you think that I knew what that was? I wasn't even looking at anything like that. I wasn't even looking at anything related to that in my phone or anything. She just said it unprompted. And if it was like any other person, I guess it would be like, oh, cool. And I was kind of like that. I was kind of like that, but I was more like, you're gonna go to see that at the theaters? And she was like, yeah, where? And I was like, where? And she was like, the theater's here. And I was like, we don't got any theaters that will show it. And she didn't believe me, so I looked it up, and lo and behold, there were no... I guess because they're kids, they don't really understand movie theaters. They think that they see stuff on the internet is like, oh, it's coming to theaters, and it's like, we have theaters here. It's gonna come here, right? and I guess I had to be the bearer of bad news to her and be like, hey, look, the theater chains that are here don't have the movie in their lineup, sadly. So most likely will not come. I almost wanted to tell her you could write to them, but I highly doubt they're gonna take seriously the emails of a 14-year-old. To my friend. No, it wasn't my friend, it was my niece's birthday. It was my niece's birthday, and the kid that asked me that told me that was another one of my relatives. It's just a younger one. There's something in there as well. We did spend like a month trying to get them here. So fun. Oh gosh. I feel like there is maybe a universe in which we can pester the theater chains that are here to show them, but I don't know if it'll happen. I remember back when, like, I straight up might do this again, even if it may not work. I remember sending an Instagram DM to the specific account to the theater in my local area about Iron Lung. And I was... Does Instagram have red receipts? I feel like Instagram does have red receipts. And I know for a fact they didn't look at it. Well, it says here that they've been active 36 minutes ago. So hey, look at that. Maybe there is a world. The thing is that I know that I know that it's possible that other places have gotten them, sure. But I feel like, to be fair, there might be a higher chance to Digital Circus, because there is... would you say the Digital Circus movie has the chance to be even more popular than Iron Lung or at the same level, I feel like more people know what Digital Circus is than Markiplier. And also Markiplier's was a rated 18 movie. And Digital Circus is not going to be rated 18. But it is going to be like, what, 13, 14? They talk about sex in the movie. Well, not in the movie. They talk about sex in the show. So it isn't exactly for kids. But it also isn't exactly for like adults. Like teenagers could watch it. Not more than Markiplier, but more than Iron Lung. That might be true. I do think Digital Circus as a global phenomenon is bigger than Markiplier. I would say that though. But I mean, there is a weaker argument to be made about that. But I do think that it is bigger than Iron Lung. Bigger in the sense that more people will watch it because the audience is larger than for Iron Lung. And besides, it's a proven thing. Like people already love Digital Circus. People don't need an excuse to go watch the Digital Circus movie. The Digital Circus movie. It's the finale of the series. It's exciting. It's exciting. And sure, Iron Lung was also exciting, but it was an unknown quantity, I guess, because Markiplier had never done a full-length feature film, and the premise of it was also it's a hard sell. It's a tough sell. I'm glad that it did well, and I'm glad that even reviews were like, it's a good movie. But yeah, it definitely feels like Digital Circus is an easier sell. And that being said, it is coming to Argentina. It is already coming to Argentina. This is the thing that I think stops, that I think might stop the plan of like having it be in other places within Argentina, because I don't know if they do like, I don't know, some kind of exclusivity deal or whatever for like the entire country. Because like if you look at the website for the movie and you go to Argentina to find tickets, it'll direct you to the Cinemark page. And Cinemark is a large theater chain in Argentina that has theaters all over the country, but not specifically where I live. So, to be fair, they don't really have that many theaters in Argentina, actually. I think they have like, what, 12 at most? It's just a lot of them are concentrated in Buenos Aires, because of course they are. Cinemark, I think it's a multinational corporation. It's a multinational theater chain. Because I think other countries in Latin America also have it through Cinemark. So yeah. If there isn't some kind of... Oh yeah, that's Beto. That's Navia. If there isn't some kind of exclusivity deal with Glitch and Cinemark, it might be possible to get it. It might be possible for them to get it to other theater chains. The thing is that I don't know if it'll sell as much. I don't know if it'll be worth it for the for the theaters to get them here. Like, I don't know. It's a whole thing. Like, I'm willing to give it a shot, but I'm also willing to like wait it out. I feel like I might be able to survive the dreaded 2 weeks of spoilers. I will just stay off of my For You page. I will just stay off of my For You page and just call it a day for 2 weeks, which honestly, it would be a generally good thing. Let's look at the wiki of River and Joaquin. What? Let me look at River Phoenix. River looks like a baby. To be fair, Joaquin Phoenix doesn't look like much of his age. Oh, wow. No, never mind. He looks even more like a baby. Oh, I've seen this guy. Oh, I didn't know. I feel like I've seen this guy. He's in Stand By Me. Oh. Damn. He almost doesn't look like Joaquin Phoenix's brother. I'll tell you what, he really was a baby. Damn. What a shame. What a shame. Think the Merc Captain and Gangster Boss to us. I love that us, we know who they are, but like the Traveler didn't figure that out by... The Traveler didn't figure out that she was specifically talking about those two. Oh, Jesus, those are a lot of things. All right, then. Giant flagship, Clink Clank from Crockett. All right, so there's 3 different objectives. Can I teleport to the Alcor directly? There you go. He was famous. I mean, he must have been. If he was in a movie with Keanu Reeves. The second ship in her... Oh, yeah, no, I did teleport to the Alcor number 2. I did see that, actually. Yeah, oh, because of the infamous Merc Captain. That's what Yahoda called you. Don't worry about it. A 20-something Keanu Reeves, to be fair. Oh, yeah, pre-Matrix, I suppose, right? Yeah, that does make sense. But still, he was famous enough to be in a popular movie, I suppose. You know the head honcho of the curatorium? Of course we do. It's the Traveler. At this point, the Traveler knows every major player in Teyvat. And, well, not for now. But the minute we enter into Snezhnaya, we will have... Our connections network will literally extend all across Teyvat. Because Snezhnaya is like the last nation, right? God, that's crazy to think about, right? That Snezhnaya is the last nation, and whatever comes after Snezhnaya is not going to be a main part of Teyvat. Or at the very least, not an accurate part of... It's not accurate. Not an active part of Teyvat. Because like, there's still Khaenri'ah, according to the Travail chapter trailer. That's crazy. We need a record of who's participating in the expo and what you're planning to trade. What are you? Beer? The ballista? Yeah, that one. The Guizhong ballista. Yeah, the one that was like... The one that Zhongli's friend made, wasn't it? Are you allowed to sell stuff like this? We're preparing for a big war, aren't we? Well, technically. I was gonna buy something like this. Oh, Yelan! In her skin, too. You're looking fancy now. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I bet I did.
That startled me less than other moments. I will tell you what, Spion. Well, come on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It did startle me a bit, but I did jump more other times. But I appreciate you trying. There are other jump scares, right? Tangia must have other jump scares. What are the other jump scares that Tangia has? I know Tangia has more jump scares. But I guess it is the nicest one. It is the chillest one, I would say. Oh, my buddy, my partner asked me something. And I closed Discord. God dang it. It's a good thing I closed. Didn't you block the others? I think I blocked the more egregious ones, actually. I think that's what it was. I did keep most of the jump scare ones. Or didn't I? Ah, never mind. I kept some. I kept this one. We're just like, apparently that's a jump scare. Apparently that's a jump scare. Just sends spiders crawling on screen. But there's this one as well. Wait, hold on. I didn't. It was that. What? It does it twice. Okay. That's good though. That one's good. It's less scary because it is less jump. It's less of a jump scare and more like a but there is the FNAF puppet jump scare, which I'm gonna show right now, so don't worry. I don't want you to be jump scared by the thing that I'm about to send, so I'm telling you that I'm sending this thing. It is the Five Nights at Freddy's doll jumping at the screen. That's loud. That's loud as hell. That's loud as hell. If I if I allow that one, I would be making it quieter. Sorry about that. Because I think you can make him quieter at least. You can make him quieter. You can override the volume of stuff. All right. There's also this one, which is like the spiders one, but it's bats instead. A thunderstorm? How so? Here, let me override that. I can't override the volume of it. Save the changes and send test interaction. That's less of a jump scare and more like a tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. I'm gonna keep it on. There aren't that many jump scares. There are other ones like scary door knock. Oh yeah, I know that. I hate that one. I hate that one because it actively makes me think that that somebody's knocking at my door. But like the others, Joe Rogan jump scare. We can turn on the Joe Rogan one maybe. Flashbang the stream? No, please. I already have to deal with the Charlie one is the one that's like is the classic one. That one used to be was it? That one used to be a channel point redeem, which I turned out of being a channel point redeem because it was too easy for it to be abused. It was too easy for it to be abused, and I didn't want it to be abused in a moment where I was already scared out of my ass. The head of the curatorium. Oh, of course you know her. The sensitive... Wait, what? I'm just here for work, the sensitive kind. Looking like that, I'm scared of what kind of work you're doing. Yeah. Clearly, you're not at liberty to say yes, but looking like that, I don't know. It feels like you're about to do honey trap or something. I don't know. I forgot that. Don't worry about it. I gotta do like a more interesting things with channel points. I feel like I have ideas, but I can't do any of those ideas until everything else that I have to work on for stream or is done. Once all of that is done, is gonna be so nice because it lined up kind of in an unfortunate way, but also a little bit of a fortunate way as well. Because like my thesis looming over my shoulder was always like a thing that bothered me, that never let me concentrate fully on stream as much as I would like to. But once that's gonna be done, and that seems closer than ever to being fully done, now once that is done, I can fully lock in. And then other things related to stream will be done relatively soon as well. And once that happens, everything will be nice as well. Or at least it'll be nicer to stream after all of that is done. So everything is kind of just like falling into place, and I don't want to squander the opportunities that have been given. Both in streams and both in my just professional career as a engineer or whatever. So yeah, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best so that I am like well set for the future, and I have big plans for the future. I have big lofty plans for the future, but I am more confident than ever to make those plans work. And so, heck yeah. Like, for example, I basically almost locked in who I want to make my 3.0. I know that much. But I can't begin work on that if I don't design the character first. So there's a bunch of plans, but those won't happen soon. I want to make those before the end of the year. I'm making a statement because I don't have this written down anywhere, but might as well do it on stream. I want Lance 3.0 to be released this year. sometime this year. It doesn't matter when. I just want it to be released sometime this year. That's one of my goals for this year. And that involves getting a new design, hiring somebody to do the model and all of that, and then debuting the whole model and all that kind of stuff. And I want that to be done sometime this year. Preferably the sooner the better. But these things take time, and I won't be working on them immediately now. Because again, I don't want to commit to things while I still have the thesis looming over me, and the thesis will stop looming over me the minute I'm done after defending it. That'll be basically the end of it. The only other thing that I would have to worry about my thesis defense would be getting the actual, you know, degree. But like getting the degree is more of a, you need to pay you need to pay like the fucking the university to get it for you, and you need to get it framed and all that kind of shit like that. I need to do that, but it's mostly paperwork once that's done. But yes, that is my fire support. That's all you need to defeat as many enemies as possible within the time limit to end the battle. Oh, we're unlocking these things. All right. Okay. Well, this is always fun to deal with. We can open up the other ones then. Top dog of the criminal underworld. Go to the flagship. So each of these mini quests unlocks the challenges. Gotcha. Okay, let's get them done. I can do some of those challenges. Those are pretty turn your brain off. At least I think they are. There she is. I can clearly tell who she is. I used Navia I did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I did Imaginary Theater yesterday, and I ended up using Navia in a couple of the levels, and it was great because I had her with Columbina, top dog of the criminal underworld. It was great. That fucking gecko that has the geo resistances, that gecko fucking died immediately. It is so stupid how easy that motherfucker dies with the right setup. I hate it. Like when I tried to fight it normally, I used the Ning Wang team and I struggled like crazy, but Navia just completely annihilated it in 30 seconds. It's been a while since I streamed with just plain water. I feel like I am definitely going back to like just streaming at this time with these in these circumstances. I feel like I'm going back to my first few streams just ever, because I would do the same thing. Oh, y'all are here too. Hey, how nice is that? I would literally just like pop up Genshin, do the dailies, and call it a day. And I wouldn't really be yapping about anything. I would just be like relaying what happened in the game. And I guess to a degree I still do that, but I try to make it more interesting at least. I'm not particularly content brained, I feel like it's hard for me to like figure out what kind of content I want to be making while I'm live, unless I have a very specific idea in mind. Like if I go live thinking that I'm going to do an anime opening tier list, I know that that's what I'm going to do. So I know how to steer that stream very easily. But if it's just a gaming stream, it's hard for me to make it interesting. Like the way that I would make a gaming stream interesting is if I had some kind of challenge to do. But like for these kinds of streams where I'm basically just chilling and yapping about everything, I tend to struggle as to what to make of them. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing, but I still enjoy doing them. It gives me an excuse to, you know, play these games that I already do play, while also yapping. In many cases, it's like I just usually did before I started streaming, which was speaking to myself. Saying for trends and such. Yeah, to a degree. like playing trending games and all of that is good generally, but just doing that won't necessarily amount to growth. And also, I wouldn't want to do things that I'm not interested in doing. Like, for example, I don't know if like Mouse PI for Hire is a trendy game, but it is definitely a game that I would want to play. And it is definitely a game that is kind of relatively popular now, but it's not exactly like a trendy game, I think. But I would definitely play it. I would wanna play it. That's not what I scheduled for this week though, because I didn't want to. It works out that my thesis has become that we got thesis work to do now, because I didn't want to start. I wanted to start I didn't want to start a new game series because it would have been a commitment to streams that we may or may not be able to do. Is that for live 3.0 is to call your model all spiky head? Who knows? 3.0 might bring back a little bit of that spiky hair, the spiky head. Because there's no way of like making a humanized version of myself that doesn't have some kind of spiky hair, in to some degree, to like still maintain the space aesthetic. But still, it's something that I'll figure out. It's something that I gotta speak with artist friends who can help me out on, like, you know, to put together references and such, and also my actual model artist, because I have a specific plan. I know that I said that I think I locked in who I want the artist to be, because I'm gonna straight up just spoil it because it's whatever. I'm not getting a live 2D model. I'm getting a PNG Tuber Plus, which is essentially the same that I got going on right now, but it's kind of rigged. It is rigged in the sense that there's more physics to it. You know, like right now you see me bounce. Right now you see me bounce, but every other animation that I got, it's just baked in. Every other animation that I got is just baked in because my model just works like that. The way PNG Tuber Plus models work, I'm not gonna spoil who the artist is, because those things I would wanna hide. I think I have a general idea. Ooh, I love that if you look up PNG Tuber Remix or PNG Tuber Plus in there, I get the squeegee video. That's pretty cool. Problem is that it's PNG Tuber Plus, not a remix, but I think it's the same thing. It's this. This is PNG Tuber Plus. There you go. It would be this, which is basically a PNG but with like moving parts. See how the hat moves on its own and how the hair also moves on its own. So it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing as I have right now, but a lot more customizable, and individual things are animated on their own. So it allows for a lot more, you know, movement, if you will. It's like the absolute middle point between a proper live 2D and a PNG, which is what I got. Because as much as I would love to have a live 2D model, I don't know. I don't actually straight up, I don't have the resources for it. First, because it's like way more expensive, and two, I would want to have like good tracking, and I don't have good tracking because I have an Android phone. And Android tracking is less than ideal. So if I want a live 2D model, I have to get an iPhone or an iPad or an Apple device, because they do the best tracking. Like, I want to get an iPad maybe to like use and other things as well. But before doing that, I want to do a bigger stream revamp that could potentially maybe make the transition to live 2D a bit easier. You know, I used to think that my trajectory was going to be straight up PNG to GIF tuber to live 2D, and that clearly isn't being the case. That clearly isn't being the case, and so there is still like an ideal thing that I would love to have at some point. But I figured that there is a good middle ground in between that would also facilitate the live 2D eventually, which is the middle point that I've ended up on, because I can afford it, and also It's nice because I also really like being a PNG tuber, okay? It's nice. Being a PNG tuber is nice because you don't really have to think much about what you're doing. Because like with Live 2D, you have to puppet. In Live 2D, what it does is that it grabs your face. It grabs your face and it tries to map expressions. The expressions on your face to that of the model. And so you have to be very expressive. You have to be very expressive about the way you're speaking. I don't know if you've ever seen a video of a real person. Are you talking about the same video that I saw? Because I remember finding a video on Instagram, that a VTuber did, where she showed how she was actually emoting. I think I can find it too. I don't remember who the VTuber was. VTuber puppeting. Let me see if I can find it. Or puppeteering. I was away from the screen. No, don't worry. Wait. I wanna see if I can find it. No. But you have to be very expressive, and I'm not particularly expressive, I think. Abby, go. Here we go. I found it. I found it. Never mind, I didn't find it. One of my artist friends that streams here on Twitch. Oh, Jesus. I got rickrolled too. Oh, well. You have a general idea? God dang it. I think there are ways of like making it easier though. But it was such a good video. I found it. It's Deja Vu Dia. Or whatever. I found the one that I can look the one that you were talking about, but this is the one that I was specifically talking about. Let me see if I can find it in here. Yes, here we go. It is literally her most viewed video. I don't think we need to like hear it, but actually yeah, we do need to hear it, so here, do browser audio.
Hey, do you guys want to?
All right, here we go. Rig rolling and big 20. No, look, I will not ever be upset about rig rolling. I like being rig rolled. This is the one. So this is the real person.
See something silly goofy?
This is the real person, and then there's the model. And look at what she has to do to make the model look as much as she does.
Questions or something, so I can answer them and just talk like I'm normally talking on my stream. If I could do that, I would. Wait, do what?
Look at how she moves her
What are you
face.
talking about?
Look
Is
at how
Elise
much she
tired doing
opens
that?
her mouth.
Yes, it does. It does a lot. That looks exhausting. It is.
It's
It is
crazy.
exhausting.
It's
I am
crazy,
very
but it also
animated.
looks so
Yes.
great.
I thought you were animated before? Bro. You
To-
don't even know, man.
To be fair, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be like this, as I understand it. As I understand it, you don't have to do that. You can be more or less animated, and it just depends on who you are. It just depends on your vibe. So, I don't know. I don't know if I would be great at doing the exact kind of like animation that she does, but she does a great job, and her model reflects that. Another person that I know, well, I don't know exactly how she looks like IRL when she's doing VTubing, because she hasn't done like a side-by-side like this. I didn't know it had to be that very... Yeah. It depends on the model too, because like you can also tweak these parameters. If you're not this animated, you can still get the model to move a lot because those parameters can be tweaked. That's the thing with Live 2D. You can be more or less animated and still have like... You can be more or less animated IRL and have the model still be very animated, because it translates your movements. Like a small movement IRL might mean that the model also moves about the same, or you can make it so that small movements actually move a lot more of the model. But the other one that I was thinking is Yomi Quinley, because Yomi is quite possibly the most animated VTuber. She's literally live right now. She is literally live right now. Well, she's doing hand cam right now, so she can't. Let's see. Let me find any video of Yomi. Because like she moves her model so much Okay, I won't find one unless. Please don't go for a huge model. Okay, here.
You're a VTuber now. Or at least you will be with my help.
Look how
So,
bouncy
a
everything
lot of
is
you
about
will be a
her.
VTuber and keep
And look
asking
at how
me
she
out.
moves.
Are you okay? I'll schedule you a doctor to get your head checked later.
I assure you that the small movements that she's doing here means that IRL, she was actively moving side to side like that.
Right now, let's make you a VTuber.
Like moving up and down. Like I bet your ass that the
Later.
head
Right
movements
now,
like this,
let's
she
make
was
you a
actively
VTuber.
making those
Somebody's
movements. It
gonna
wasn't
eat
just
it.
like small movements of your head when speaking. No. Those are like big movements. You have to be an animated person to get your model to move as much as this one. And I don't know if my model would look like that. Quote unquote animated. I guess it's not traditionally animated, but it is still animation. It's just achieved through Live 2D. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And that's cool and all, but because I don't think that I would be this animated, I like being a PNG. I like being a PNG because it means that I don't have to emote much. And whenever I need to change my expressions, I just press a button, baby. So I like that. You can still be very animated by just chaining a number of expressions. Animation on some parts and what? Oh, I didn't look up your friend, by the way. You said they were artists, right? Let me do some sleuthing. Ooh. Wait, what do they do? What kind of model do they got? Oh. Oh, that's a cool design. Can I look at a clip, Twitch? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very animated. Yeah, but if anything, he seems closer to me in that regard. If anything, I think he might be closer to me. He made it himself? Hell yeah. Super cool. Super cool design too. He reminds me, design-wise, he reminds me of Fujigudo, of Megumi from Jujutsu Kaisen. That hair is very Jujutsu Kaisen, very Fujigudo. This is the one. His name is Axel 29EXC. This is cool. But yeah, the way that he moves, it's very much like me. I think it's just a series of GIFs, basically.
I don't know.
Managed to make his PNG tour animated because like he looks kind of like me, that he has an idle stance and a little bit of a bounce whenever he speaks. So I think what were they doing here? What were they doing here? Okay, this is a good clip. We're here. Isn't such next time? Don't worry about it. I feel like that is straight up just VTube. Because like the bouncing, I feel like the bouncing is the exact same that I have, which is literally what I do. If you've ever seen him shake, like this, then that most likely means that he uses VTube Mini, which is what I use. Because like the bounce is very, I don't know, very accurate to mine, I feel like. Oh, this is the thing that's gonna let us do the mini game for you as well, isn't it? But the thing is, I know with models, even if you're animated like me, models come in all shapes and sizes. Like I also know other people who use who use VTube Mini that are way more animated than me, because like their PNGs themselves are more, not their PNGs, their GIFs are way more animated. Like they have more moving parts. Realistically speaking, the only moving part that I got is my head, and there's a small breathing animation. And this works for me. I love this model. I truly do. But that's all it is. There are animated PNG VTuber models out there that are far more animated than me, and generally they can still be just a series of GIFs. And then there's another tier which is more like the stuff that Oshonax does. Osho, which is like, I don't remember how Osho does it actually. Osho has a very complicated setup for her model, but I think it was like chaining a bunch of gifs as well, but she also has like transitions between those ones, between each state, which makes it even more animated. Because it's not just me switching expressions like this. It's not me just switching expressions like this. No. There's actually like a whole animation that brings you from like regular movement to crying or something. Hi Woody, so ready for Navia? I'm so ready. Wait, is she running right now? No, she isn't. But I mean, Navia is here. Navia is here, and she's being cool and pretty and all of that. Oh wait, right. The Chronicled banner. I forgot about the Chronicled banner. Yeah, hell yeah. Do you have everything saved up for her? In a few hours? Yeah. I forgot that we are changing banners like literally in a few hours. Wait, what are y'all talking about? Nothing important. Because like the whole thing with Navia being in the 50.1 CV for her on... Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Well, it seems as if with how ready you are, I feel like, yeah, you must know. You must be prepared. Because like the whole thing about the Chronicled banner, the whole thing about the Chronicled banner is that it's good if you have everything you need to get the character you want. Otherwise, it can suck. It sucks dick. And specifically, I mean, because of the lack of 50-50 being transferred. My parents at 40 pity. Let's go. But you have enough to guarantee it. Like, if you... Not that I don't want to say this to ruin your mood or anything like that, but if you lose 50-50, do you still have enough to get to guaranteed with her? Or are you already... No, you can't be already at guaranteed. Wait. Doesn't the pity reset in the... Ooh, okay, so this is what that does. I'm holding Linnea and her weapon for 30 pulls. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, if you have Linnea, then that's already a good starting point. If you got Columbina, Linnea, Columbina, and Navi are like a fucking solid team. Oh, this is the Ikaruga one I remembered. I remember that. All right, good to know that you're there. And then we have one more thing. The workshop owner with the sweet tooth. I think with the what was it? With Chronicled banner, the pity doesn't get carried over between editions of it. Like if you pulled on the last Chronicled banner, and if you did 30 pulls on the last Chronicled banner, doesn't mean that you're gonna be able to do. You're gonna start with 30 pulls when you pull on this one. I don't think the pity carries over between those because they're infrequent. That's like the problem with it. If pity would carry over, then there's no problem. But pity does not carry over, so that's why it's only really worth it if you really want a character that's in it, and also you're guaranteed to get her. She really hits like a nuke. She hits like 400 and 900. Holy shit, Linnea? Yeah, Linnea can do that. It's mostly Lumi the one that does it. The Chronicle banner carries over. Really? Chronicle banner pity carryover. Oh, it does? Oh, what doesn't get carried over are the fate points. Okay. I misunderstood. I apologize. Yeah, the pity carries over, but not the fate point. The fate point guarantees that you get the character after you lose 50-50. That much I remember. Yeah. Okay. I misunderstood that. So yeah, you do start at 40 pity, especially because you didn't get a 5-star after that. You didn't get a 5-star. Yeah, okay. But if you got a 5-star and it wasn't the one you selected, then you would have gotten a fate point in the previous Chronicled banner, and that fate point wouldn't have carried over to this one. So you couldn't get a guaranteed for the character you choose. It is a convoluted system. I am definitely of the mind that they should have made Chronicled banner a more, if not a permanent thing, a more frequent thing, and the pity should carry over. And also the fate point should carry over. And it shouldn't really be a fate point thing. It should be like, I'm gunning for this character, and so I'm making this banner about this. I don't know. I feel like there were so many ways to do the Chronicle banner better, but oh well. At least Pity carries over. I was convinced that Pity also didn't carry over, so that's good. Thwack and smack defense bots. What the heck? But yeah, like I would still say that the best use of the Chronicle banner as it stands now is when a character that you really like is in it. Like in your case, you really want Navia. And if you have enough to go even for the worst case scenario, aka like 170 pulls or whatever, or something, 100 or so pulls, enough that you can get to the guaranteed, then it's good because you can guarantee getting the character you want. But if you can't guarantee getting the character you want, then don't, because the Pity will not. Because like, sure, the Pity may carry over, but it's not. It may not be for a character you want the next time, because like the next time probably is going to be a Natlan Chronicle banner, and if there isn't any if there isn't a Natlan character you want, you just wasted that Pity. So I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. It could have absolutely been better, because we also don't know when that Chronicle banner is going to come up. So annoying. Also, Risley's not on the Chronicle banner. Why isn't Risley on the freaking Fontaine Chronicle banner? They made exceptions for Chaska, so why couldn't have they made another exception for Risley? And Risley had a rerun at some point, didn't he? She's saving a spot. Yes. I have to go pee. This is the problem with drinking water on stream. It's 4:30 already. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. I needed something to spend the time with. I don't care for any Natlan characters. See, there you go. So I hope you can get Navia, because if you get Navia, that's good for you, and then you just dip out of there. You get Navia and dip the fuck out. But like, for example, if you have enough to get to a 50-50 and you lose that 50-50 and then you only have like one 10 pull, it's probably not worth to keep pulling on it to quote unquote save Pity. It's better to like pull on anything to start saving for anything else that might be in a limited banner that you want, a future character or something, or a proper rerun of another character you like. I guess Shilonen would be good, and Shilonen works on like Geo teams too, doesn't she? Like I've seen Shilonen help out in a team that had Linnea in it. So I'm pretty sure she works with Geo. I saw a video earlier today from DHCWP. I don't know exactly how you say his name. I think it's DHCSWP. Yes, DHCWSP. How do you say your fucking name? I play phone games. Yeah, no shit, you played phone games. This is the, I would say, quite possibly the best Genshin player in the world, and also the biggest whale. Also the biggest whale of Genshin ever. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy play Genshin, but he always C6s every character, and gets their weapon R5 as well. And also, even if that wasn't enough, he is known to do like messed up challenges. Like he would do full star runs of Abyss with like 2 characters alone, and they would be like the most scuffed characters you could find. So earlier today, he uploaded the fastest clear of floor 12 chamber 3, the first half of it at least, with a Linnea team. It is literally this. And that's it. Literally 1 second. Columbina, and I guess that's enough to entirely just delete the boss. That's how much damage we're dealing with here. That's literally how much damage he's dealing with. And then other things that he's done, let me see. Well, he's done DPS rankings. But like he does this, for example, a Mona clear or 4-star only runs. See, this is 6.5 Abyss, 4-star only run, and there's 6 characters even. It's not even like full teams. That's what's crazy. He full stars the Abyss with 3 characters and 3 4-star characters. Granted, they're all C6 and they likely have really strong weapons too. So I don't know if this is achievable to most players. I didn't see the damage. Yeah, the game barely even registered the damage. That's what's crazy. With the Abyss speedrun, the game barely even registered it. Like it barely even showed a number of screen. I guess it processed the number, but it didn't process it quickly enough to show it already. It's insane. It's insane. I have no idea why they made her so busted. Like I truly am baffled by that. Like I'm not one to follow much on the power creep discussion, but I do feel like there's something odd about Linnea being able to do that. But oh well, not much we can do about it, I guess. And plus, Linnea's cool. I did her story quest over the weekend. It was sweet. It was kind of depressing, not gonna lie. It was kind of sad, but it was nice. I like Linnea and her infinite positivity. I love her. I guess I could have done that story on stream as well, but I don't regret it. Also, Selino is here. Is there? Seleno's cool. I don't think she's gonna be playable, at least not yet. Because I don't think she had a vision. Usually characters that show up and have a vision are like pretty much guaranteed to be playable at some point, but Selino didn't have one. So either they're keeping her as a very unique NPC, kind of like, I don't know, Capitano or something like that, or they're doing something like how they did with Wanderer, where they gave her a whole new they gave him a whole new model and like a whole redesign when he became playable. And also he got the Anemo vision. Or maybe something like Skirk, where she had a model in game that was not great, but was certainly unique. And then they remodeled her before they made her playable. So I do have hopes of having Selena be permanent, be playable, especially because she's a Fae, and specifically a Fae that lives in Snezhnaya. So if there's like one character that I think could be playable during Snezhnaya that we know of now, is Selino. I will tell you this, I very much have more hopes of having Seleno be playable than Alice. Or at least Alice I don't think will be playable for years. Leakers were talking about this a few hours ago before I went live. I realized I read some things. And they won't, and basically someone confirmed that Alice won't be playable throughout Snezhnaya, which to me is a good thing. Because if she were to be playable in Snezhnaya, that would have been fucking nuts. I would have lost it. But also it doesn't make a lot of sense, I think. Because like, what fucking role is she gonna play in Snezhnaya of all places? I don't know if she has anyone. Also, hi anime, welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Jet will be missed. I do miss Jet. Remember when I feel like the last piece of information we got on Jet is like that one Valentine's Day. That one Valentine's Day card they got us, right? Bombing technique to attack. Oh god. Oh god. I don't like these. I don't like this event. It makes me think too much. I gotta go pee. Like I actively gotta go pee. I haven't taken a break today. Give me 1 sec. I will be right back. Hold on. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good moment. I had to stop to watch that. I feel like whenever that pops up, I have to watch the whole thing. I see Novaressa. She's there. I mean, not in my current team, but she is in another team. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. Water. I should get more actually. Because he needed the bathroom too. He just lacks manners. Wait, what the heck? What did he say? What did Jimmy say? Visual use physical? Oh God, no. Selena can be playable, but no one will ever use physical ever again. I bet Hoyo regrets making physical damage a thing with how useless it became. I feel like if they do something with physical, then that means he farted in our face. God damn it. Wait, what the heck's going on here? Hey, no violence. No violence. Isn't that a rhino thing that does so much? Oh yeah, the rhino. It's one of those things you can control, I think. My Navi is so broken. Wait, what do you mean your Navi is so... Did you just get her? Did you just get her? You said it was like a few hours. Imagine not doing these quests already. That could never be me. I mean, to be fair, I'm only just doing them now. They started... It became available yesterday. And if I wasn't live today, I probably wouldn't be doing this. He's trying to take it from us? Nah, 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 nah. What are you up to? Oh, Navi. Yo, that's so freaking tiny next to her. That's so funny. I've been wanting to talk like that for ages. What do you mean you didn't want to hurt anybody? Ah, see, there you go. There's another bot. Every time you use her skill, she gets Geo imbued in her weapon. Yes, I do know that bit. 45k to 300k physical? Wait. Physical? You can run? Well, I guess she does. When she's not infused with Geo, I guess she deals physical damage. Yeah, but can you like purposely build a physical Navia? You shouldn't, I feel like, right? It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. We earned our place fair and square. I have no clue how. Wait, but hold on. Did you get her then? I thought you needed to wait or something. What? I'm confused now. Unless the banner literally happened now, as we were talking. If you get around 200k, I mean, I suppose that's good. I don't think I have a single character that can deal consistently like over 50k damage. Haven't got her yet. She's just fucking broken. Oh, you're just speaking in general. Ah, I see. Oh, like you run some calculations, I suppose. What the heck was that? Some punk looking for a fight. I scared him off. Hell yeah, you did it good. Aw, almost had to pull the Nefer card. Gosh, she's so cute. I feel like I want to build Yahoda. I've seen like some teams with Yahoda work. So that could be fun. I don't know. I started treating Star Rail kind of like how I treat Genshin, which is just like build as many characters you want and find ways to use them, even if they aren't like the most optimal. Because like turns out that even like the least optimal teams that I can make for certain characters deal about the same amount of damage than some of the teams that I thought were very optimal. Like for example, I distinctly remember making a Mizuki team that was dealing like 40 to 50k DPS according to the calculator. And I'm like, holy shit, like my strongest teams only deal like 60 to 80k at most. Have to go for now. Oh, don't worry about it. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. So it's like, there's literally nothing stopping me from using the Mizuki team on anything other than maybe like the hardest of endgame, but I don't use those teams there. I use them for like random other things. Like overworld exploration and stuff. Like 90% of the fun I have in this game is overworld exploration, so I love using those teams for those things. Wait, what were you all talking about? Guardian works with a guild, right? Use and the kids use it to sell toys. No one else would even understand the idea. Oh yeah, but the kids want to sell some toys. Let them sell toys. It's still level 1 on my account. I think mine is like, I think it's what is it?
Water and water and water.
I don't got water right now. Hold on. I think my Yahoda's at like 40 or 50 or something. She's definitely not leveled or built. Equip for res is nice to have her in the background. What? I can't equip anybody right now. I'm in a cutscene. Almost 300 sigils for nod-krai? I might. Do I? Where do you put those in? Did I? Wow, you've completely stun-locked me on that one. I don't remember if there was like there must be a place to use those in, right? I'll look out for them. Let's go. See, Yehuda's a nice girl. No, I mean, she can't help herself. Not yet. Oh, okay. No wonder. I was like, you can't use them anywhere? Oh, so I guess there's still a nod-krai expansion to be had, right? Because I also don't think there's every oculi, right? Or I forget what they were called in here. We'll help you out. Yeah. The expo can start. Heck yeah. Can I go do the event things then? Oh my god, she's leaving dust already. Yeah, I should help as much as we can. That was a quick little nod. Oh my god, Dory's here? Of course. The goat! Liben! Liben the goat! Can I go talk to Liben? Oh, cool. Animation. Oh, that's nice. This is nice. Alright. Here we go. Okay, but this is the daily part of the... Yeah. It's less annoying to not... to miss these things. I suppose the quest also continues at some point. A commission from the Curatorium of Secrets, yeah. Alright, I'd rather do the... What are you on about? What are you on about here, Dory? Think we'll be using them as Nesnaya? I don't know if it makes a lot of sense for them to be used as Nesnaya, though. Visit your friend's booths. Is it still the same Act 1 quest, or... It's still part 1. Alright then, so I guess we still gotta do it then. According to the expo announcement, you're in charge of mediating disputes. Yes, we're the bouncer. Oh, come on. Unofficial ties to the expo? What does that mean? I don't know if it makes a lot of sense for those things to be used in Nesnaya, though. Like, aren't they specifically sigils for nod-krai? Because like, usually that's how they work. Like, they're nation-based. Well, I guess they're not. I guess nod-krai is independent in that sense. Uses Numa and Osha energies in battle. Ooh. Yelan made it all the way here? Why is Aino dragged into all of this? Is it because she can make the weapon or something? She seems to be trading in military grade weapons as well. I mean, that is what kind of... She does do some crazy shit, yeah. I'm overthinking it? I think so? What is going on here? Inef brought us here. Aino has equipped me with a special sensor module that I was able to detect that you had pulled her aside for questioning. A poor kid? She is the Lyrian. Yes, she is the little engineer. Oh no. Yeah, no. She's just an innocent kid. It is likely that somebody took Aino's technology and made it like hostile. It's exclamation mark Jimmy. Why don't you get Aino out of here? Yeah. She's just a kid. She's just confused. I get it. It's exclamation mark Jimmy, yeah. Neither of us is the target the other is searching for. Oh, you two are...
Got your nose.
Whose nose did you got there, Jimmy? Give it back. Well, you can't have my nose because I don't have any noses. So give back Anime Banana's nose, please. Come on now. Just behave for a little bit. It seems like you both were hiding something. Ah, okay. Yeah, don't worry. This is the nice part about these events. It makes like it gets certain characters to interact with each other that otherwise wouldn't. Like I still remember the child and Shinyan event fondly because like it had interesting moments between the two, and you wouldn't think that they have an interesting dynamic between those two, but they did. And if it wasn't for that event, they would never interact. I just wish some of these moments were in the main story instead. And nod-krai gave us a lot of that, like nod-krai involving nod-krai involving Albedo, freaking the nod-krai cast, and what's his face, Wanderer, was super cool because those are characters that at least Albedo and Wanderer are characters that we haven't seen in a while, and it's cool to see them interact in the context of the main story of a new nation. I hope we get more of that in Nesnaya, but I think that'll be more unlikely. If anything, I feel like the characters that are going to be more notable throughout Nesnaya are going to be the Fatui. But it is cool because we haven't seen a lot of Arlecchino interactions, and Arlecchino's appearance in the nod-krai quest was already really cool. So I hope she shows up more in the Nesnaya quest. And the same goes for Wanderer, but I don't know if Wanderer will show up. I feel like if the Doctor is still involved somehow, but I think we will figure that out next patch or something. What else? Who was the other guy? Fucking Tartaglia. Yes, Tartaglia. It would be great if we can get more with him. And he's another one of the Fatui. So I bet most likely we will get the active Fatuis doing stuff in Nesnaya. It would be nice to catch up with them again. Wait, what are you talking about? What was the problem? Reel in the same fish. The product we're about to trade is the bait. Your target's going to be at the expo. Okay. One of the buyers. Yeah, we're going to need to take you to the curatorium. Be an ice archon in Nesnaya? Likelier than you think. Maybe not an ice archon, but yes, a cryo archon. There's guaranteed to be a cryo archon, and that cryo archon is called the Tsaritsa. That's all we really know. The closer we get to her actual reveal, the people keep going crazier and crazier, because there's a camp that would absolutely hate it if the Tsaritsa ends up being a Bronya variant. And then there's a camp that would absolutely love it if it was a Bronya variant. And then there's also a camp that thinks it's an Elysia variant and would absolutely hate that. And the of all the theories that I've seen of what the Tsaritsa will look like, the Elysia lookalike is the one that makes the least amount of sense to me. Like, generally speaking, it's the one that makes no sense. Because, like, why would the Cryo Archon, of all people, be an Elysia variant? Like, when has Elysia ever been, like, a leader of sorts? When has she commanded an army? Like, what are we talking about here? There is precedent for a Bronya variant to be in a position of leadership with Bronya Rand. So in Star Rail. So that doesn't it wouldn't be strange if the Tsaritsa is a Bronya. I guess the thing that makes people think that the Tsaritsa might be an Elysia is when they say that the Cryo Archon is also the Archon of love. And I guess love is an important thing for Elysia's character archetype, quote unquote, I guess. But no, not really. That's just like a vast simplification of Elysia's character. It is absolutely no evidence. I guess also ice. Elysia is always, every Elysia version, that every playable Elysia that exists. Actually, no. Most playable Elysia versions that exist are ice. Are ice aligned, except the very first one that ever released, which was original Elysia, which was physical in Honkai Impact 3rd. So it is a very stupid. It's a very I don't know. It makes no sense. It seems very unfounded, and I don't think an Elysia story makes a lot of sense for her to be the Tsaritsa. The most logical to me would be a character that kind of looks like Bronya but isn't exactly Bronya, kind of like how Mavuika kind of looks like Himeko but isn't. Like, you can make a tenuous connection between Mavuika and Himeko and be like, yeah, it kind of looks similar, but that's it. That's about it. I feel like that's what they're gonna go for. The Tsaritsa. They're gonna make her look kind of similar to Bronya, but they're not gonna make her look exactly the same to Bronya. So yeah. Overall, it is probably the better choice. I don't think she will be called Bronya. But hell, they might be more direct about it. I think there was still that one line that Child had in like one of the betas that called the Tsaritsa Bronya specifically. But that was in the beta. The things have changed since then. It's not entirely reliable. It would be funny for her to be Bronya. I would like her for her to be Bronya, but I don't think it's gonna make a lot of sense. Genshin has distanced itself quite a lot from Honkai, just in general. So I don't know. I doubt that it would be. I doubt that the variant situation would be as overt as Genshin did it at some point. Because like, ostensibly, the last time that Genshin did like a proper variant of a character, that was Yae Miko. That was Raiden and Yae. Those were the last two Genshin characters that were very much overtly variants of other Hoyo characters. Everything else that they've made since has been just vague allusions. Nahida kind of counts as a variant, not exactly. There's some similarities and they share VA, but I wouldn't say that Nahida is a variant of Teresa. And the same goes for Alhaitham. And they share, like, Alhaitham shares a lot of similarities to Sue, and yet I wouldn't say that Alhaitham is a Sue variant. If anything, Anaxa is more of a Sue variant, but both of them fall in that same category of like close, but not exactly. So yeah, I don't think the Tsaritsa being Bronya is actually going to happen, or at least not directly. I feel like Hoyo's plans might have changed. Found a Varka glitch, killed him when I was doing a plunge attack. Killed him. I know that people were doing like the Varka walking glitch. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it was patched out either, but I do know it existed for a while and it was funny. I think it did involve also making a plunge attack or something. It was that one effect that made it so that he looked like he was walking in the middle of the air as he was gliding. It was funny. But I don't know if that's the one that you got. That's Seele looking murderers in the background. I feel like if they make a Bronya, they're obligated to make a Seele. They have to come in like a package. Like Seele doesn't necessarily need to have the whole split personality thing, but at the very least, she comes in the package with Bronya. Had to switch his weapon skin. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Is it still happening? Because like that was something that popped up on like on the last patch, wasn't it? Did they fix it? Yeah, I brought in some contacts. Getting you to come talk to me. You can't separate the girlies. Exactly. Even if they don't have like a proper relationship between them yet, you can't separate them. Like Bronya and Seele in Honkai Star Rail, they basically didn't know each other at the beginning of the game, and then they eventually grew to, you know, like each other, quote unquote. But I don't think their relationship is as overtly romantic as the Bronya and Seele in Honkai Impact, for example. But they're still very much part of the same, you know. It's the pair. The pair of Bronya and Seele remains. Silverwolf is a separate case because Silverwolf is a variant that leans closer to someone like Brony from Honkai Impact, which is also a Bronya variant, but that Bronya is different to the other Bronyas in that she's more of a mischievous little gremlin who is even more of an orphan and that doesn't have a lot of people with them. Other than maybe Raven. HSR made them V and K from LOL, apparently. Oh, really? Is that similar to their relationship? I do think it's interesting that in Star Rail, the one that Seele has the biggest relationship to is Natasha. Natasha is kind of a vague variant of Raven from Honkai Impact. And in Honkai Impact, Raven has a stronger connection to Silverwolf, at least in the Captain verse. So they kind of like flip the roles in there. And when it comes to Silverwolf parallels too, in Honkai Star Rail, that's kind of happening right now in Plain Arcadia with the increased presence of Silverwolf and of Evanesia, because like that also calls back to the relationship between Brony and Yae Kasumi in the Captain verse in Honkai Impact. So it definitely feels intentional, even if their like stories don't overlap yet. Okay. So the situation was a bit more complicated than you led me on to believe, and me being involved would have meant that everybody who's like participating in this whole thing could actually like rally together with me. You were using my connections without me realizing. All right then. So what exactly is going on? You two are going to exchange intel sooner or later. The bandits at our border have become more aggressive. Yada yada yada. They got their hands on some kind of weapon. Natasha's almost a really neat design. She just misses by a hair. I feel like Natasha is like busy though. Wasn't that the thing? I don't remember. I remember EG looked at Natasha at some point during their character design critiques of Honkai Star Rail, but I don't remember what they ended up on her. I do wish that Natasha, I don't know, was more interesting. Natasha was like my healer for a long time. Like for a long time, Natasha was the only healer I had because I couldn't get Luocha, and Luocha was the other. I wanted to pull for Luocha, but I couldn't get Luocha when he first released, and so Natasha had to be my healer for a while. Conflicts between gangs. Someone has been supplying the gangs with some powerful weaponry. Alright. We're facing arms dealers operating on an international scale, yes. Someone leaked where the weapons are coming from and pointed right to nod-krai here. Okay. I mean, you're prepared to ruin the expo to nab them. Imagine this person is my top priority. Alright. Something on my mouth. It's annoying. It is 5 p.m. I only have like an hour tops to stream. So we can finish this bit of the story. And then maybe do some other things. You don't seem prepared to compromise. Only deals made through the expo are corrected, right? Or corrected? No. what was the word? Protected. Oh my god, I'm still thinking of my thesis and the corrections, and I just like read that as corrected. Were any deals to take place outside of the expo's scope, I would have no right to interfere. Then we can promise that the rules will be followed. Yeah, and I must be related to all this. Yeah, everyone wants this best for this situation, right? She has a good silhouette and small details, and the bear is fun, right? The actual outfit is stupid if you look closely. Yes. that
Lance, the horse is here.
Don't lie. There is no horse. Don't worry about it. Just ignore it. If you really do see a horse, just ignore it. That's the best practice when you see a horse. All things considered. Oh, so there is already another. No, never mind. No. We haven't gotten the new event quest yet. I guess that's going to come out tomorrow. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, we got like anecdotes in here. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's neat. Manage affairs. This unlocks tomorrow. Right. Okay, and then joint exhibition popularity to get a free Yahoda. That's great. My Yahoda's at like what, C2 if I recall correctly? We can check. I also was wondering about like the status of my Yahoda. She's at 70 out of 80 actually. I leveled her up enough to get the standard pulse. To them, it is just talking. Yeah, but I got like 40 minutes more to stream, so I don't really want to like lock myself into a long stream, into a long what you call it? A long quest. I mean, it's not gonna be particularly long, I'm pretty sure. Yes, but at the same time, I want to do other things. So what is the deal? Wait, what is this? Is this the combat one? Yes. So how does this work? All right, this is the one where you put in a multiplier. All right. Okay, so this is the Linnea team. This is okay, but I can deal with this. I can do a Linnea. That is so hard, is it? It could be. You will not get gold. As long as I get enough to basically get the rewards here, I'm okay with that. So let me see. Because like I have Linnea, we have a trial Zibai and Linnea, and I have my own Columbina. I hate the multiplayers. Yeah, the multipliers fucking suck. The ones that force you to use the hardest difficulty in order to get all the rewards. I hate that. I talk more about my own private adult. Wait, hold on, let me check. Zibai team. What is a Zibai team? Real quick. Varesa? Varesa wouldn't fit in this team. Actually, Varesa might be useful because, well, Lunar Crystallized is buffed here, so Varesa doesn't make any sense. Iluga. Fuck. You've given me okay, shit. This is why I hated this. This is why I hate this. They only really give you two trial characters, not Iluga. I have Iluga, but Iluga's not built at all, and he's like level 70 only. Where is he? He's not even level 70. Where is Iluga? Wait, where is Iluga actually? Am I blind? I know I have him. Oh, there's more up here. Wait, but like did I actually level him up? No, I didn't. Where the fuck did Iluga go? Am I blind? I am actually blind. There he is. He's level 60. He's level 60. Like what the heck do I do with that level 60 Iluga that can't do shit? Where the hecky? Where the hecky? See there, I can't even like level him up. I can't even level him up because I don't think I have the material for it. Okay, so what's a team? And multipliers, and I have people agree. Multiplayers? No, this isn't multiplayer though. This isn't multiplayer. I don't mind the multiplayer events, but they are more annoying than these ones. I also don't love these though. I also don't love these that force you to pick a big multiplier if you want all the damage. Godo's only preferred at okay, but like Inefa has good personal damage, but like let me find the Linnea one though. Multiplier, yes. Do we have a Linnea guide? Did Kaching Mains make a Linnea guide? They didn't. What did I say before? I don't know. Varesa something probably. I'm not putting Varesa. The Zibai team. Well, I guess we would go with Zibai team. Can we go? Can we go with Zibai team? I got water. Hold on. Okay. Can I go with a Zibai team that doesn't have what's her face? What's his face? Iluga. Can I do like this, and then Columbina? And then Columbina and freaking, I don't know. You. No more coffee. Well, I will make myself a coffee for fucking thesis work. So don't worry. I'll get that shit for sure. You will not stop me. But for now, I did have water. All right. How does this work? Okay, let's see if I can do something here. Because I also don't really know how to use Linnea. Oh, you do that, I guess. Get out. No, get out of that mode. You suck ass. I don't like you being in that mode. Okay. If this is how you do it, then I'm alright, I guess. If this is how you would use Use firepower strike? How do you do that? Oh, okay, so this is like the... Oh, this is like the gene one. I remember the event in Mondstadt that let you like control a freaking, what was it? A phantom of gene to shoot a bunch of things. Ooh, firepower boost. Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. I got gold. Are you sure you didn't mean that there's like a different tier than gold? Because I do remember these often having like... I do remember these having so many points because of the multiplier. Because of the multiplier. Also, I'm using a strong-ass team. I'm using one of the strongest teams in the game. Well, not one of the strongest, but I'm using two of the most busted DPSs in the game at the moment, and Columbina. Even if Linnea and Zibai are trial characters at the moment. Whoa, what the fuck? I'm sure they still deal a ton of damage in this setup. How do I get the multi up? It was in the. Did you not see it? It was in the setup screen. Hold on. You'll see once I. Well, what the switch? It was in the setup screen. The Phantom of the Opera. Oh, I forget that I have to like tap multiple times. Oh, wait, can I? Is this in the timer as well? Yeah, this is still in the timer. Oh, I could have done this like a bit more. This is actually kind of fun. But it ended there. There you go, I got 50k. That's good. That's easy. It's here. With a controller, you press down on the D-pad. And you have multipliers. The thing is that normal gives you level 40 enemies, and then hard gives you level 70, but you get 4 times the score. And if you do extreme, which is the hardest difficulty, you get level 90 enemies. But because I've been playing for ages, I have strong characters, even with the trial ones. So, all right, let's play the other one then. Fuck it. What's this deal? Oh, well, you're giving me Varka? Well, my Varka's right now my Varka's set out to do Hydra damage. I can try my Varka team. My Varka's set up to do Hydra right now. I don't know how good this will be, because it's not the best Varka team. The best Varka team is a Pyro team. But I don't know. Let's see. I want to try this team because I don't love the current state of Pyro Varka. I don't like using Bennett with Varka, at least. There's too much circle impact. So let's see how this team does it with Varka. Also, hi Fishman, hold on. Hold on. I am checking. Wait, what the switch, for fuck's sake? Okay, there we go. Wait, what did you say? Should I put... What the heck is PJVS? You have to remind me what that is, because I am a small brain that doesn't remember abbreviations. Or Favonius. Favonius Lance is usually a good choice from what I recall, actually. So I think you might. I think you can't exactly go wrong with Favonius Lance. Like I can look at what my Yansan is rocking in a bit, but like I'm locked into this thing now. Oh yeah, this Varka team is not doing that much damage, and I'm struggling to get to gold instead to silver here. I think Primordial Jade. Oh, okay. The Jade Spear. I think for Yansan specifically, Favonius makes a lot of sense. The green one. Yeah. I figured. I got it. The Jade Spear I think works best on DPS characters, right? So for Yansan, who you mostly use her for her supportive capabilities and whatnot, it would make a lot more sense to just like put her on on the Favonius one because it's gonna give her a lot of energy. Ow, stop that. But Yansan does want attack though. I think Yansan does appreciate having sources of attack. Don't worry, I got it. There you go. Well, I'm doing good on this one anyways. Yeah, it didn't matter much that we can switch to this one again and get roughly the same amount of score that I got last time. We're good. There we go. Okay. I'm okay with this event. They're giving better trial characters, I feel like. Do you know the Yansan? Yes, exactly. Yansan is best. It is the way that I got my Yansan set up is in my Varesa team, which is one of the very most fun teams to use. Yeah, where is she? There she is. And I'm pretty sure I gave Yansan Favonius. Oh no, I gave Yansan this one. This is an event weapon. This is an event weapon that increases attack by 40% and movement speed by 10% for 10 seconds when using elemental scale. So this is great for her. As for what other options, you meant this one specifically. It says on hit increases attack by 3% for 6 seconds for 7 stacks. Yeah, no, this doesn't make a lot of sense on her. Unless you want to build her as a DPS or something. Because like, yes, it buffs her own attack, but it buffs her own attack specifically on hit. So here, I'll give you a demonstration as to what I mean by this. Here, let me go to the good old reliable freaking DPS test dummy to show you what I mean with Yansan. Because Yansan in a support role, if you will. Wait, what do you mean pre-installing? What did you need to pre-install? I already played this many times. See, this is the team that I was trying. I was trying a Chaska team with these three, and it was doing a surprisingly good amount of damage. Hold on. So my Varesa team at the moment is where are you? It is Varesa. It is Chevreuse, because you need Chevreuse. Actually, no, hold on. You do need Chevreuse. And then you need to have Yansan. Where are you? Yansan. I love this Varesa team. It's super accessible too because it has 2 4-stars. And Mavuika is basically a flex. You could probably replace Mavuika for someone else, actually. So here, there you go. This is my Varesa team. And the way that my Varesa team works is quite simple. We start with Mavuika, and then Yansan does this, which is basically skill and burst, and then immediately you just switch out because the most important thing about Yansan is that she needs to get her ult up. Ult and skill up, basically. And then you do the whatever Varesa combo you enjoy the most. But Yansan is only there to do that, basically. Oh, and her ult. So you want her energy to be as much up as you can, basically. So that's how I would use Yansan. So and the reason why Jade Spear wouldn't work on her is because the Jade Spear works on hit. So basically every time you hit, the thing would proc. But with Yansan in a supportive role, you're mostly just hitting a skill and then your ult. So that's basically only one hit. So you're better giving her other giving her other weapons. And Favonius is a good weapon, specifically to have. Remember, we got Yansan, Shilonen, and Rosaria. 5-star weapons to give it to her. I mean, I guess it'll be fine for the stat stick, at least. Verza, bye. Well, I'm glad to have you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye-bye, anime. I would still say that Favonius is more useful on Varesa than... what the heck is this? Let me go back to the map. No, but like actual fucking map. Like what are the options for where's the ranking? Generally, I don't think you can go wrong with Favonius. It's one of the best weapons for support. Just generally. You just genuinely can't go wrong. See, here's what I mean. This is like the ranking of weapons for her. Favonius is literally Janssen's best 4-star option. It has a high base attack and ER, which she wants. And then you have other 5-star options then that can make her get the attack buff with high base attack. But they mostly depend on whether or not her requirements for energy are low. And it's specifically like singling out Elegy and Homa. It's not specifically like being talking about Primordial Jade Spear or something like that. So there's that. But yeah, Favonius. In fact, Favonius, according to this, is even better than the one that I gave to her. So there you go. Should Mavika flex a bit? Mavika's not that strong. I mean, she has her weapon, yes. She has her weapon, but even the strongest Mavika team that I can put together isn't that strong. I don't think it was like way stronger than. I don't think it was like stronger than my Varesa team. Specifically. Hold on, let's see. Why not? Why not? I'm about to end stream anyway in a bit. If I can end it a bit earlier, that'd be good too. Like I don't have to like, because we say we get together at like 6, but I can go back. I can end stream a bit earlier just so I could do proper setup. Where is Mavika? So the Mavika team that I would generally use would be something like good old reliable Hydro. Good old reliable Melt Mavika with Shilonen. Because Shilonen, I don't have Sitlali. Otherwise I would use Sitlali with her, but sadly I do not have. I do not have the capabilities to do Melt Mavika with Sitlali, so I have to do Vaporize Mavika with Yelan and Xingqiu. And also, I don't know how to do the fancy Mavika combos. So while Mavika is one of the strongest DPSs in the game, I don't know how to use her properly. Or not properly. You can get away with using Mavika even if you don't know her combos by just spamming and she'll do a ton of damage. Are you kidding me? You didn't proc the Favonius thing? Are you son of a... Like, straight up? Like, see, the damage is roughly the same as, like, the Varesa team. Maybe slightly better, because I don't think I hit close to 60k with it. Or I think I did, actually. And of course, energy is a bit of a struggle, but that's fine. There's a small DPS drop because I'm not like optimal. But who gives a shit about playing optimally? I never did, and you shouldn't either, unless you really care about being good at the game. So because I don't know, because I'm not great at keeping up with rotations, my DPS always goes down after a while. But oh well, it is what it is. I don't particularly care much about that. It's like I know... How much damage does this do? Does this do more damage? No. I distinctly realized that I did even less damage when I was just spamming charged attacks. This is why my Mavika doesn't flex much, because A, I'm not great at the game, and B, actually I'm not good at the game. Feel free to end it early. Yeah, no, for sure. It's my stream. If anybody's gonna feel bad about ending early, it's gonna be me. You shouldn't feel bad. But it's fine. Like if you look at like my old streams, it would be rare for me to make a stream that went a lot longer than like 3 hours. Nowadays, most of my streams are roughly 4 hours. I almost feel weird ending a stream super early. But in cases like these where I have to end it early, I'm like, well, shit, it's okay. I have to because I really don't have time to do more on stream. I wish there was more time to do other shit on stream. But sadly, I can't. Just busy with other things. One thing I do know is that streaming for long periods of time is kind of overrated anyways. We're keeping you a prisoner. Well, it's you have me as a very loose prisoner because I can literally just like end stream, like just press the button that says stop streaming right now and then never stream again. And that would be like the easiest escape of my life. So I don't know. Easy Mavuika, Demon Mavuika, Shilon, and Yansan Rosaria. We could try out. Okay, hold on. We can try something interesting here then. You've given me an idea. Because like Mavuika being the cool character that she is, we could try, for example, well, okay. Yansan Rosaria maybe doesn't make a lot of sense. Shilonen, yes. Rosaria and Yansan together, maybe not the best. Because like if you're gonna have Yansan, actually wait, that could work because Yansan is just a general buffer. Yeah, hold on. Yansan is just a general buffer. Let's see. If we're not specifically using her, let's test this out. Let's test this out. Let's have like a, I guess somewhat of a, and also Yansan is not gonna steal any melts or any melts or anything because she doesn't do off-field electro damage. That's true. You might be cooking here actually. Where the fuck is Yansan? Yansan is already in the team. I'm an idiot. No, wait, Yansan is not on the team. Where is... No, I didn't mean to do that. But I am in your walls. Or are you? Did you hear that? I bumped the walls. Okay, there you are. Let's try this theory. Instead of Rosario's Kaya. No. I have Rosaria built. I don't have Kaya built. Shilonen E, Q, and after that Yansan rotation, and Kaya Q, Mavuika E, and Watch Burst. Yeah, basically the same, because I think you do have to start it with Mavuika's skill, though. Like, you have to do this, and then that with Yansan, and then with Shilonen, and then this with Yansan, and then Rosaria this. And then, let's see how this does. It should be, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? You're cooking. You're cooking. That did more damage. And Rosaria has less energy requirements, I think, so I might... no, her energy recharge is still not great. So that sucks. Well. We're back in the same scenario. If anything, my Rosaria needs some work then. I'm a Mavuika main. I can tell now. I can tell. Well, hold on then. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. I've been so locked in on using Yansan for... Oh, don't my head. I'm sorry. Well, if you're in my walls, then I can't exactly like check where you are exactly. You know, you gotta be careful with that. You gotta like announce yourself exactly in which position of my walls you are. That way I can like be mindful. Here's the thing. Rosaria, I think the reason why my Rosaria doesn't have a lot of where are you? Doesn't have a lot of energy recharge is she has Favonia's, yes. But she only has 160 energy recharge. What shit are you running? Yeah, she's kind of built us a sub DPS here. If anything, I should have to change. When a character attacks an opponent affected by cryo, their crit rate is increased by 20. Ooh. Yeah. If anything, I should have to change this to be a energy recharge one instead of a crit one. Because she's kind of built as a sub DPS right now. Yeah. I would have to change the way she's built. I don't know when I built this. I built this Rosaria ages ago. I could probably like figure out how to build her right now, because I might have enough artifacts to just do this. Fuck it, why not? Now I'm down for experimenting. Let's see. Where are you, Rosaria? Rosaria has a quick guide even for 5.8. If she's gonna be a support, reverse melt DPS, but no. Support capabilities. Yeah. Okay, great. She's most often used to enable forward melt for pyro DPS. Right attack buff with noblesse oblige. So let me see what her equipment is in this case. Artifact sets. Noblesse is basically her go-to set for attack scaling DPS units. Makes a lot of sense. Scroll of the Cinder. Ooh. Scroll 4-piece scroll is notable for Rosaria when she's in the supporting for non-attack scalers like Nuvianetta Farina. No, never mind. ER then cryo damage bonus crit. Okay. And then Emblem is also good to meet her ER requirements. I think, if I recall correctly, my Yansan is using scroll. Let's see. Yeah, my Yansan is using scroll, so I could give Emblem to Mavuika. I could give Emblem to her. Yeah. We don't need to double up on scroll. But we could also just generally go noblesse. If you want easy life, use Kaya and everything ER. I mean, yeah, but I'd like to make it a bit more interesting than just an ER on everything. How many noblesse pieces do I have? I have both. See, I have 60 of both. Let's put both of them and see what we got. Let's see. And what do we want for Mavuika Obsidian Codex? Wait, what do you mean Mavuika Obsidian Codex? Obsidian Codex is a... Isn't that a book? Also, my Mavuika has her has her signature. My Mavuika has her signature. I don't know what Obsidian Codex you're talking about, but I did get her literal best weapon. So, where'd Rosaria go? I can't believe I built her. I've used Rosaria many times in like other teams. Artifacts. Oh yeah, no, she isn't that. She is an obsidian. Yeah. That much I knew. Okay, hold on. Okay. So we can go emblem, but what substats do we want if we're just going full supportive? ER for sure. ER Sands. Cryo damage bonus on the goblin and then crit on the... Okay. ER Sands should only be used if ER requirements cannot be met with attack Sands. And what are her ER requirements, basically? With C4, I do have C4, and I basically want to do one skill. So we basically should aim between 175 to 185. Okay. All right. Well, so we basically find any piece that has potential energy recharge. If we're going emblem, for example, she has something with crit. That's true. No, I don't put me in your team, Bella. Oh wait, hold on. There's a thing here. Hold on. Oh, I'm in. Dang it. No, hold on. I'm so lost. What I want to do? I need to go back to fucking to Teyvat. Give me the map. Give me the map. This is annoying. Because I can't go back to my artifacts. I'm an idiot. Here, convert these into all of these, the ones that I just got. Just salvage them into materials, please. Okay, thank you. All right, and now we can go to Rosaria again and figure out what the fuck she's going to wear. Like if we go emblem. Here, let's try noblesse first. Let's try noblesse and see if we find anything that has ER. The problem is that some of these have ER, but like nothing else. This one's good. It does have some stuff that she needs. Does this have ER? It does not have ER. Do any of these have ER? But like, fucking hell, none of you have it. Godo? Why is Godo built? It doesn't matter much anyways. Okay, we have some energy recharge in here, but it is attack sands. HP there. And then for this one, we want crit damage, don't we? Any energy recharge on the... No. Damn, we got nothing in here. Yeah, we got the worst possible. We can craft more. That's fine. Ooh, wait, hold on. This is cryo damage and has crit rate in it. Of course, none of it went to crit rate. Fuck that piece. Okay, we can switch to... We can try emblem then. Do we have anything in emblem? Would I have to get stuff? I would have to get stuff for sure. How about this one? Okay, 19 energy recharge. That's nice. Flower here that has crit rate and energy recharge. Crit damage there. Does she want crit damage? She does want crit damage. Yeah. She does want crit damage. So we can put her on this one. Potentially. A little bit extra crit rate. That one's not particularly useful. Actually, we're gonna just unmark it. Where's the one that had energy recharge? Here. That's more energy recharge. I like that. Also attack. She does want attack. She does want attack to some degree. And then for this one, we don't really have any attack pieces for emblems, so that's a shame. Do we have a cryo damage? Well, no, cryo damage one for Noblet for this one. We don't? Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. We do want cryo though. We do want cryo damage there. That's so annoying. Okay. And we do have some crit damage pieces here. Ooh, and this one has energy recharge too, so. And it went to energy recharge. That's great. That's great. Well, right now we are missing one piece. And her energy recharge has gone to 240, 224. Yeah, there you go. Timu option to Sitlali. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you are right. No wonder. Okay then. That's great. It means that basically we want... Oh, but we can give her an attack piece or something. Okay, fine. Hold on. We can't do much. But we can... What we can do... is I think craft some of these. I think... Can I? We went with emblem at the end of the day. So... There's no materials. Yeah, because all of these are... do you use this? None of these are particularly great, I'm noticing, because they went into terrible substats. This will just create one artifact strongbox. So this is probably not worth it. Problem is that I gave up all of my fucking artifacts, so I'd have to like relock some of these things. Lock assistance here. Quick unlock. I have a ton of these ones. Here, let me do that and that. Confirm unlocking. And then we go quick lock on... Not a quick lock, but like... Set lock plan on these ones as well. There is a recommended one. How many will you select all of them? No, don't select all of them. Because these are too... Problems that these ones are too... open-ended. Right? Yeah, it's basically that. Okay, this is annoying. This is annoying to deal with, this fucking system. To lock and unlock so many of them. How many? Oh. Recommended plan 1 and then no, you do not use the recommended one. Use the one that I made specifically. No suitable artifacts? Yeah, because hold on. Quick unlock all of the obsidian pieces. Thank you. And then go to the lock plan of obsidian codex again and use these ones. And that confirms it. And now, if we go to the quick unlock, we'll see that obsidian only has 153. Never mind. I didn't clear up that many fucking. I've only added these ones. Mystic offering, baby. Yeah, sure. Why did I made it whoa, I'm an idiot. Damn it, I'm an idiot. I was doing this because I rebuilt my Ningguang recently. God damn it. I was supposed to rebuild emblem. Alright, fuck it. This is so annoying to do. I'll do this off stream maybe to get a fucking proper melt Mavuika. I like it. I like the excuse to use Rosaria, honestly, with Mavuika. That's nice. I didn't think about that. I legit thought that like vape Mavuika was still better or something. So I'm glad that I've been proven wrong. And Mavuika is easier, but Rosaria is easier to use too. It's a bit of a circle impact. But that's fine. That is fine, all things considered. Okay, I gotta end stream. Oh god. All right. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to raise somebody? Nah, probably not. I won't be in their stream anyways if I raid somebody, so we're just chilling. I will be back. I'll try to be back on Friday. I want to play either Star Rail or something else. We'll see. We'll see. And I'll see. Depending on how I'm doing with the thesis, Friday might even be a stream in normal time. But I'm not sure still. I'm still unsure. I'm still not quite sure, depending on how we do. Because again, we do have a good amount of days to do all of the corrections, but I would like to, you know, do them properly. So I'd like to do them as soon as possible. I'd like to not dilly-dally too much, and that right now I think takes precedence over streams, sadly. But I will be back. Don't worry. Even if I don't stream as often or as much as previous weeks, I'll still come back after we're done with the corrections. Don't worry. That being said, though, thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll be seeing you when I see you then. Bye bye. Mavuika is kind of crazy just how much EM you have on Mavuika. I can see that. Yeah. I mean, I already hit like 64k DPS just out of nowhere on a not super well built Rosaria, so I'll keep working on that. All right, well then, bye bye.